Smogon has a problem, a very big one, because of people like PokeAimMD and copycats like the Uzi Gunner saying a popular phrase, everyone in Showdown is fucking awful. Everyone you meet on any form of Smogon forums or any Facebook Pokemon group will always misuse certain words. These words are check and counter. People do not know what a check or a counter is. They'll be like, Tangrowth counters fire type because it can switch in on one hit, I guess? Yeah, of course. People will say shit like, level 1 Sash Rattata counters, all Pokemon because it's a level 1 Sash Rattata. And some people will be not, actually unironically saying that. That's the biggest problem. People do not know what checks and counters are. And luckily, your neighborhood bad player Equan Roman is here to remedy that. I don't know what checks and counters are either. In my idea of counters, Chansey. And I'm actually right. For more details, watch my Chansey video. Just watch it. Showdown and Smogon's definition of a check is if Pokemon A can switch into Pokemon B freely. Wait. X. I mean that Pokemon A checks Pokemon B if Pokemon A is given a free switch into Pokemon B. Basically, Pokemon B trainer is absolutely fucking retarded. Pokemon A can win if you don't get fucking haxed. That's a check. Basically, you need a free switch in. You can't just switch into whatever the fuck and be like, well, check. Yes. Like, Sash Pokemon are never checks. Revenge killers are never checks because Sash Pokemon cannot switch in if there's rocks, and they need way too much effort to get free switches, obviously. Revenge killers are not switch-ins for obvious reasons because they're fucking revenge killers. They're not... Usually revenge killers are not bulky Pokemon. They're powerful and fast, but not fat. Anyway, the definition of a counter is Pokemon X counters Pokemon Y if X can switch into anything Y has, like literally fucking everything except unless people are running Tech Thunder Wave for some reason. And you will win with Pokemon X if you don't get haxed. And chances are you will win even if you do get haxed. And you can do this multiple times in a game. Like a counter is something that can switch in at least, say, twice in a game onto a Pokemon's any moveset with very little prediction and win 1v1 or force a switch out. Alright, there are Pokemon that are neither check nor counter but can switch in freely and then do nothing in return. But we're not discussing that, that's for a never again video. So these are what checks and counters are. If you're not brain damaged, you should understand this definition, alright? Alright. Earlier in this video, I mentioned PokeAimMD and the Uzi Gunner. The reason I mentioned this is because even though I like PokeAim, he does mention one phrase that ticks me off. He says the phrase, "the counter!" every 5 minutes for Pokemon that are bad. And Uzi Gunner, for worse, he just copies everyone he thinks is good. So the Uzi Gunner says it a lot too. But then again, anyone who watches the Uzi Gunner is probably not a good YouTuber or a good human being. They are probably brain damaged anyway. Anyway, moving on. Because of that, I recommend that if you really want to know what a check or a counter is, you watch Thunder Blunder 779. Or, you just watch the one video I upload every single year. So, anyway, that is why I do not have beef with PokeAimMD. I wish he was my friend. I have no friends. God help me. My breakfast today was a pack of Oreos and water. This is no way to live. Someone just fucking kill me already. The rest of this video will be me detailing the different forms of cancer you find on the Showdown ladder regarding checks and counters. Grab a safety mask, kids, it's gonna get rough. The first type of AIDS was, well, it's not really common now, I think, but that's just mainly because I don't play Gen 7 that often, but this was really common in ORAS OU, or XYOU, Thundurus. people would be like, yeah, my Thundurus counter is switching between Landorus and Heatran. Yeah, my counter consists of 2 Pokemon, both who get killed by any move in Thundurus's move pool, but they resist at least 1. Yeah, I'll switch in my Landorus on the Thunderbolt and my Heatran on the Hidden Heart Fire, and then I'll go to the Landorus on the Focus Blast. That is my counter, yes guys? Yeah, this also extends to people like White Queen, whose Talonflame counter was sacking his entire team to Banded Talonflame. If it was any other set of Talonflame, lose. If it's Banded, yes, time to sack 3 Pokemon so it dies off recoil. Yes, that is the counter. People who use... Anyway, my main point is, multiple Pokemon are not a counter. If a Pokemon is A- or above in tier listing, and your solution to it is running 2 Pokemon in unison, and switching between them until it kills itself off of Life Orb recoil or just gets bored, I have news, you're bad. You're really bad, you're awful. Alright, stop doing it. Just don't do it anymore. Stop it. The second kind of people are the people that will insist that you don't actually need any form of check or counter to top level mons. They'll be like, you just have to outplay people, you know. If you outplay people, it doesn't matter what kind of shit you have on your team. It doesn't matter if your opponent has like 5 S+ mons. It's completely fine, you know. No, it is not fine. Granted, if you're good enough, you can outplay some odds, but yeah, you need at least some soft checks. Like, you don't need hard checks or hard counters against S+ mons. It's good if you do, and I recommend that if you know you're bad, you probably should run more counters. But you can't really outplay everything. The main point is that, yeah, you have 6 mons, and you're playing the ladder. Of course, you're not going to have a counter to every single team and every single mon that every single person is going to have. But your team should be a reflection of being able to beat most of the common Pokemon with no help. And the mons you can beat, you can play around. It shouldn't be, I have to be able to play around literally fucking everything, alright? And also, I lied, there is no third alternative. Instead, I will just make suicide jokes for the next 5 minutes, I guess. I'll start. The only reason I haven't killed myself is because I can't afford rope. I just want some money. Please give me some money. I would really like money because I am money. Just donate money. I'm poor. Money, please. The other thing is fucking Rocky Helmet and Assault Vest. I'm not as mad at Assault Vest, but Rocky Helmet's a problem, alright? People will run it on everything. They will think, I don't have an item to put on this fucking Pokemon. Let me just add a fucking Rocky Helmet. Like, do you really want your Ferrothorn to be 2 HK'd by electric moves? Do you really not want leftovers on your Pokemon? Is Rocky Helmet your life now? Is everything on the ladder Volturn that you have to resort to 3 Rocky Helmet users just to run a game? Like, I am tired of seeing Rocky Helmet, Alola, Amoonguss, Ferrothorn, Mandibuzz, fucking Rocky Helmet Talonflame. Just use Rocky Helmet Greninja. Rocky Helmet Ash Greninja. That's the new metagame. I've decided. The lesser problem is Assault Vest. The main problem with Assault Vest is that anyone who uses it on most Pokemon doesn't have a brain. They don't understand one thing, alright? You're supposed to use Assault Vest on Pokemon that have good attack, good health, not a lot of speed, and their special defense is not very good. That, or their special defense is really good, but you really don't want to invest. People use Assault Vest on Pokemon that don't really need it. Like, there's a lot of Pokemon out there. I've seen Assault Vest like Alola, and that was my set actually. But you get the point, right? People use Assault Vest Florges and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna run 4 attacks. Like, they'll run Assault Vest bulky shit that has no offensive pressure whatsoever. Like, if your Pokemon gets all of its damage out via Toxic, or it's mainly a support Pokemon, you should not be using Assault Vest on it, alright? But people will, and people still do, and it's a fucking problem. But it's not that big of a problem because people have wisened up. But Rocky Helmet, get that fucking item off the fucking field, you terrorist piece of shit. Stop using your Rocky Helmet! I also feel like I have to mention the obligatory Thunder Wave because it's Thunder Wave. Gen 7 might have nerfed it, but Game Freak didn't realize that the broken part about Thunder Wave wasn't the speed decrease. It wasn't the 100% accuracy. It wasn't the no drawback clicking. It's the fact that you don't move half the time. And now you might say that, oh, Equan, it's only 33%. No, it's literally half the time. Most of the times when I click Thunder Wave, I'll see other people not hitting any of their moves or not even moving for like 4 or 5 turns. Alright? And that's great enough by itself, but then it kind of stacks when you have to break out of paralysis and hit your inaccurate ass move. Like, if you're using Offensive Tran to beat Chansey or, you know, kind of beat Stall, you really can't because having to hit Magma Storm under Thunder Wave is kind of impossible. And, like, you know, you might have had, like, you might have gotten into the situation where you were fucking salivating, alright? You have your Heatran, you're about to click the Magma Storm on the oncoming Dugtrio because your opponent is using Stall and is actually very bad and he's gonna go for the Dugtrio play. But unfortunately, you're paralyzed. So he just gets a free Dugtrio switch and fucking kills your Heatran. You need that piece of shit for the rest of the battle, by the way. It's gone now, but it's gone. But you needed that, and that play would have made you look like an absolute flex god, but now you just lose the game, and now you have to go home, and you have to masturbate, and it's like, what is life? Wow, this video has actually gone much longer than intended to, so I might as well just continue. Another thing is RNG. I mean, I'm not affected that much. If anything, I'll hacks people more often than I get hacked. But the thing is, I've been playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Recently online, DevPro. Go check it out. I can't actually link it without getting fucking DCMA'd, but anyway, it's kind of luck-based. Like, turn 1, if you don't draw good cards, like if you have like 5 cards and they're all spell cards, and then you also lose the rock, paper, scissors thing, it's like, ah, fuck me. But, like, even then, I'd say Yu-Gi-Oh! Is less luck-based than fucking Pokemon, and considering that it's a card game where you draw a card every single turn, and you can only have 3 of a card, like, I have actually gotten my win con on more occasions than fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! And, like, there have been times where a lot of broken cards, you can only have 1 of them, right? I've drawn that card exactly when I've needed to on multiple different occasions, because, you know, it's not luck in that case, because I've just been playing a lot of draw cards and shit. But in Pokemon, you can't really influence luck. In Yu-Gi-Oh!, you can to an extent. I won't say that you can, like, fully control luck unless you fucking hack the server. But, like, Pokemon is, like, really luck-based. Even more luck-based than card games. I've also been playing a little bit of Duelist, and I don't actually like Duelist. But, yeah, Pokemon might be the most luck-based game out of all of them. And I don't know why that is. Oh, also, shoutouts to A-Drive for, beating Wolfie Glick, I guess that's news, or whatever. Kotaku 101. Alright, I forgot to tell you faggots to drop a like and subscribe.